In May of 2023, we camped at Dogwood Campground, and we're going to show you the sites 2 through 18 that were not occupied during this filming. Dogwood Campground is located in the San Bernardino National Forest, a few miles away from Lake Arrowhead in Blue Jay, California. This was our first time at Dogwood, and we really enjoyed it. The campgrounds and bathrooms were clean, there were showers and flushing toilets. The sites are in the forest and mostly shaded, and the sites are not too close together. Notice on this map, you come into the campground on the upper left, and this map has the spots marked as well as where the water and bathrooms are. The sites that have electrical are noted with an E next to the site number and are easy to connect up. The power was clean with 15 and 30 amp service. Most connections were near the back of the driveway. The water is often not right next to your site, so if you're in a small RV or trailer, take note of this before you park. Here's site 3. Slight slope up as you back in. You're right at the entrance here, so it's pretty crowded. It'll be busy. The camp host is a couple over. Site 2 is next to us. They're packing up, getting ready to go. A nice site, but as you can see, right next to the road. Site 4. A little bit of a slope up as you back in. Right next to the bathroom. A little bit of a slope up to your campsite. Not too bad. This is that great site if you're with a big family. There's the other sites that are over there that are fantastic too. Double site 13 across the way. Site 5 off the main entrance road. As of this filming, it's also right by a couple trash cans. I don't know if that'll be a problem later with flies. Good accessibility to the bathroom. Right across from site 4. Slopes slightly down. Overall, a fairly nice site, fairly level, as long as you're not in a wheelchair. Site 6, bathroom still across the street. It's a fairly long site, slight down slope as you back in. It's got water right here. Here's your neighbor. Other neighbor, path to the bathroom. This site is fairly accessible, fairly level, especially most of the sites here are not that level. The site is off the main road as you come in, so a little more traffic will come through. Also a nice site. Here's site 8, kind of back down slightly. You can see your campground is actually a ways down there. Still a bathroom right across the street. A little bit of a hike getting down to your site. It's a fairly decent slope. It's right next to water. So the next site, a little bit farther that way, but on the other side over here, it's fairly close. You can kind of see it right there. And again, you're visible from the road, but you're a good bit off the road, so. On site 9, here's site 9. I'm guessing 8 is right next door. It's right next to the bathroom, right across the road. So this one, a little bit shorter of a site. It does slope down. And as you can see by this dirt right here, it does have a decent drop off, not too bad. Table and bear box. Pretty secluded from this back end. Whoever was just here didn't put their fire out all the way. But from the road above, you know, people can walk by and see your campsite, so you're not very secluded. But looks like a nice site. Here's site 10. You slightly back down into the site. It's fairly long. It's kind of secluded, but people could walk by from the street side over here and they could definitely see you. Site 11 is right across the way there. Site 12 is right there. It's got a bit of a walk down. You can see there's some campers in the background there. There's another site off there in the distance. Nice site. Might be a little difficult for some people who have mobility issues to come down this little path right here. Here's site 11, also right by the Y intersection. This is kind of as you come in. Here's a quick look at site 10. So site 11 just has a slight backup. You're right next to the bathroom, as you can see, where other people will be coming by. Still a nice, easily accessible site. Right next to site 12, next to site double 13. And I'm not sure what the site is on the other side yet. Here's site 12. It's right next to a little Y intersection here. There's another site next to it. I'll get that number here in a moment. It's a fairly deep site. You can see how level it is. It's got some nice steps going up. This one has good access to the bathroom. It's pretty exposed, so if you're looking for privacy, this isn't your site. I think I see 4 campgrounds right here that are kind of all exposed to each other, so. A great site for a couple families getting some sites together. Here's handicap double site 13. It's a double site. As expected, it's flat, mostly paved, water right here, but very exposed to other campsites. Good access to a bathroom all the way down there in the corner. When we were here, there was actually multiple families that grabbed these neighboring sites, and then all the kids were kind of playing here. So a lot of these sites right here, it's a huge space for a double site. If you were coming with a family, getting this one and the sites next to it would be great. There's also water over there. So there's water in 2 spots on this site. Here's site 14. You back in, it's got a little downslope to it. It's a fairly long site. Nice level campground down here. Not a lot of room for tents. And several sites do back up to each other. So partially private. But a little exposed. Definitely decent for anyone with some mild mobility issues. Here's campground 16. It's pretty close to the road, but it goes back a good bit. '16 is pretty level, a little downsloped at the front. Probably 1 vehicle wide. This is actually like a great site. It's fairly level, mild slope walking up to the fire pit and table. There's a campsite very close next to you, so it's not very private. But still, nice campground. Site 17 is sloped down a little bit. It's a pretty dramatic slope or walk down right here. Bear box, table, fire pit. You get kind of a better idea of the slope. All right, so this is our campsite 18 at Dogwood. It's slightly sloped down. Here's our dog. Our outside setup with our Blackstone. Love the Blackstone. And this is not too steep down, but definitely a little steep. It's got a nice big opening fire pit, table, and there's really not much around here, so it's pretty forested, secluded. There are a lot of other campgrounds that we were not able to record on this day. Hopefully you got an idea of what this campground has to offer. There are several great hiking spots in the area, and one of them is right next to the campground, named Dogwood Trailhead. There are several entrances to get on the Dogwood Trail loop from the campground. The trail is an easy to medium level 3.4 mile hiking loop. The trail is narrow and mostly well shaded, with a few steep inclines and declines. We hope you liked this video, and if you did, please hit that like and subscribe button below.